Hi, this is Sally, and today is day 64 of my weight loss journey. So as usual, a run through. Today was much better, I think, than the previous 3 days. Okay, so I didn't sleep very early this morning, so I actually have a sleep goal that that also went astray the last few days. So I've been sleeping at about between 12:30 to 2 the last 3 days or so, and even though I slept late, I didn't feel very bad. Like, I feel I could function at least with a 6-hour sleep. But I think when I woke up today automatically at about 6 a.m. I felt really, really terrible, like cold, and my body was stressed out. Yeah, my hands I felt were vibrating. So and at 6 a.m. when I woke up, it was just only 4 hours of sleep. I assume it was 6 a.m. because it was still dark, but I could hear the birds chirping, so it wasn't like, in the like 4 or 3 or 4. So I just slept again, right? But of course, after you wake up and then you sleep again, I tend to have dreams. It's really weird. I tend to have dreams that I remember. So I woke up for real at about 7 a.m. or so. Yeah, because I couldn't sleep anymore. So it was better when I woke up at 7 a.m. But what was scary was the fact that my body was stressing out in the morning, right? And it's a feeling that I haven't felt for about 2 weeks or so. And that was because 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I actually started like working on my sleep, and I started at 12, sleeping before 12, then 12:45, and now 11:45, and now I'm kind of stuck at 11:30. So which reminds me, then I have to work on my sleep, and even as I make this video, actually it's 11:05 p.m. So that was that. I made sure there was an urgency to do my coffee enema because I felt constipated. I don't really have a regular bowel movement, and when I do coffee enema, I get to go to the toilet twice in the morning. But because I didn't do coffee enema for the last 2-3 days, I didn't go to toilet either, so I was letting out gas, during the day, and my body was telling me better go to the toilet. So I have a bad habit, I think, which I will work on perhaps in about 2 weeks' time, which is to help my bowel movement to be more regular. I think people have regular bowel movement because they wake up early enough to go to the toilet. It's not rushed and they do it, you see. But I think what happened for me is that I didn't have, because my bowel movement is not regular, and so when I go to the toilet in the morning, I have to wait for a really long time. So and that kind of, I'm kind of impatient that way. So what I do is that I do a water enema and then my coffee enema. So I kind of induce the movement, which I am concerned about because I'm not sure whether my body would rely on that, you see. Previously in the past, when I was working on this, so I was working on my bowel movement, I stopped for a while because I wasn't consistent. So what I did in the past was to actually do my rebounding exercise. So you can see my rebounder here. It's with the coronavirus, it's great to have like a kind of a indoor exercise equipment. But not only that, I think if I'm pretty heavy when I first started, so I think jogging when you're heavy is just put stress on the knees. So, and I'm not an exercise sort of person. So having the rebounder actually makes it easier. So I'm So I think I would plan to do that. Right now I'm doing my rebounding still, but I'm not like, consistently doing it before my coffee enema. Sometimes I do after my coffee enema. The whole idea currently that I'm working on for my exercise is just to have 10 minutes of rebounding, just to get my body used to exercising every day. So as with all my steps, I am working up to it because I want to make it lifelong, and it takes a week to 3 weeks to kind of stick, make sure it sticks. So anyway, after I did my coffee enema, I did my rebounding, and then I had my organic yogurt breakfast, which was great, and hash brown, and then in the afternoon I juiced. So I'm on track on juicing, I think. Yeah, this week I want to juice 4 times a week, because I think last week I juiced about 3 times or 4 times, I can't quite recall. But yeah, I want to make it a habit 4 times a week. And so 3 would be on the detox days, and then +1. So we'll see how it goes. So far my detox was meant to be Wednesday to Friday, but it didn't go too well yesterday. I think it's just overall motivation. If I get all my boxes checked at the beginning of the week, I feel good. And if I don't manage to get it checked, I still have the end of the week to add as a buffer, you see. So I may shift it now that it's coronavirus and everything's going online. I may have my classes may shift. We'll see how it goes, and if it does, it'll be good. Yeah, I can do I think actually, since we're all stuck at home, it's actually a good time to work on your health. Right, I noticed that when I bought my supplements, in terms of my group volume, it has increased tremendously. I think everyone is buying immunity supplements, and I think we ought to buy, not hoard, but stock up a little bit, just in case there is a lack of supply because of problems with shipping and the supply chain because of what's happening around the world, right? Okay, so what else? I think that's the main thing. So okay, so that was lunch, juices. The night I had my ready-made meal, sambar rice, which is like Indian curry rice, which was great. I had a small portion only, and then I had another glass of juice. So my glass of juice is about 350 to about 400 ml each time. Yeah, it was great. So yeah, that's about it. I managed to be on schedule today, and I hope that tomorrow would be the same. I think what really made a difference was starting the day early enough and right enough. I need to have, I think part of my routine would be to plan the day. I usually do that when I have coffee enema, because I can't, I'm 1 hour in the toilet. So during that time, it's actually a good time, to quieten down and just, focus on what I want to accomplish on that day. I actually have a little notebook like this where I actually write down what I want to do, and a task to complete. So it gives me great satisfaction to tick it off my checklist. I think the fact also that I was supposed to have class, and then there was a sense of urgency to get things done before I left the house, made it also, the sense of urgency was important. So unfortunately my students cancelled because they didn't feel well. Then so I had that time, couple of hours to focus on work, because I was already on momentum by that time. So anyway, that's my summary for today, and I'll see you in the next video.